Hey, 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 what's going on, everyone? Frelin Arts Subprime Hero with my brother,
Owen
Owen
Moon.
Moon. Right, that's right, man. I'm
South
excited
Digital.
to
How
have
you
you.
doing, sir?
Man, I'm pumped up, brother. We got some great things getting ready to go down. I'm getting ready to leave town. I know you're getting ready to leave town. We're going to a special place in the United States they call Sin City, but I call it a good time, a place that you can learn some stuff. A lot of amazing car people are going to be there. It's digital dealer and it's driving sales. I'm excited. What's going on, brother?
Man, same here. We've had a busy week. Just trying to do some last minute wrap ups. Bunch of sessions, a booth. Travel. Just beginning of the month, all that stuff. So I'm running on fumes. I'm running on coffee, but I got some of the good stuff, some of the car guy coffee. So it's keeping me rolling, man. Keeping me rolling. So
Let's brew, my friend. Dude, I'm
yes,
excited.
sir.
Thank you so much for throwing that little quick shout out for that. But folks, man, quick shout out to FixOps Digital. They're out there doing some things, growing and growing every month. And I just see the reach that you're having out there, man. And I love what's going on with you guys over there. You it's just amazing because you're not looking to sit and just be still. You're looking to constantly help as many dealers as you can be able to market their online, presence so much better for their fixed ops departments. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, and we had to because this is all new, right?
Yeah, man.
We're in new territory with what we're doing here. I've yeah, obviously you go to digital dealer and 95 or 99% of the booths are going to be all, kind of geared around sales and helping sell
Mhm.
cars and that type of thing. And I remember when we first started in 2018, we were the only service marketing company that had a booth there, and kind of been the same, ever since. And so kind of being the leaders and kind of the ones that pushed this out early. We got to keep evolving, and so this things just keep going, and we're super excited to kind of roll out what we're kind of our next message is, or what our next evolution of what we're doing for our dealers is. And there's no better time than to get in front of people in person, and that's something that we look forward to every fall, getting back into the swing of things. Summer's over, vacations are over, and
That's
now
right.
it's time to kind of push our catapult the rest of the year, and then kind of set ourselves up for 2023. And so our team's been hard at it for the last 90 to 120 days getting ready, and now we get a chance to really kind of show that off to dealerships and partners and vendors that stop by our booth, and and then couples, some of our sessions as well, just really trying to educate dealers on kind of a different way to look at their fixed operations department. So
Man, right on the money. And I love that. I could tell your passion. He's right. I've been knowing how hard he's been working the last few months. His staff, it's been a nothing but a whirlwind for him. And up to this moment, he's still out there working, getting it ready so that you all can be ready to see what's getting ready to happen next. And I love that because every year there is something that next level with you all. And it's a lot of fun to watch, man. You definitely have been a pioneer into this industry. I know a lot of people are watching what you're doing and even copying what you're doing, right? And that's okay. What
right.
I think that is should be flattery, because you should know that if you're doing something right, people are going to mimic it because they want to do something right. The beautiful part about everything, and I think you agree, is that there's 17 plus thousand freaking franchise dealers out there, not to mention all the non-franchise dealers. So plenty of business for everyone. But the thing is that you can never 100% replicate the original, right? Because you're going to always evolve. You're the best at that, man. And I love what you're doing. You are a pioneer, not just in online service marketing, but you're a pioneer in evolving businesses, man. That's why you've been so successful, why you were constantly in a growth mode, not in a decline mode, right? So
Yeah.
props to you guys over there at FOD is what I say. FOD. Fix Ops Stage 5.
Yeah.
Love it, man.
Well, and I appreciate that. Obviously, COVID, really put a spotlight on the service department. The inventory shortage has put a big spotlight on the fixed operations department. So,
Absolutely.
luckily we were in the position we were, because when we started this in 2018, I remember uh, uh, Kevin Fry from the Weiler organization putting doing his digital dealer recap, and he featured us on there. And his first thought was, I never really thought about service marketing as being digital, or to having that kind of kind of a approach. Maybe I should have. And of course, he gave us props and was excited to kind of watch us evolve this thing over the last 4 years. But the idea is really simple: is that we've done a really bad job as an industry
Mm.
getting our information onto our websites and online. And so all we're trying to do is evolve that, and make it easy for dealerships to do it, because at the end of the day, we know that dealerships are busy, and they don't really have all the time in the world to do everything. And so it's, hey, pick your battles, right? Pick the things that you can do and you can control internally, and then just find good partners, and that's something that we find good partners, because we're doing a lot of neat things with integration and different parts of their business that we can integrate with to really take them to that next level and kind of bring it all together for we call it connectivity. And that's going to be a theme that you're going to see throughout
He
what we're doing.
just spilled a few beans right there for us, man. I'm excited. And speaking of spilling a few beans, let's talk about your speaking engagements. Lou and I are going to be speaking at Digital Dealer. It's more of an exchange session. I'll talk about that later, but I really want to highlight you and Brad, because, man, you guys are just killing the scene. Everywhere we go, you're speaking, and the reason why is that the knowledge you're dropping is so phenomenal. And I think, once again, people are going to mimic and they're going to copy it. You could bring a horse to water. Doesn't mean they're always going to drink it. They can't get the original. You're an OG, bro, and I love it. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about what's going on at the very first event, Driving Sales Executive Summit. I love it. That is going to be on the 9th and the 10th of the month. So that's a Saturday, Sunday event. It's going to be really awesome. You get to speak, and here's his little bingo on the 10th at 4:30. Make sure you guys get there at Pacific Standard Time. He's going to be speaking, and he's going to be speaking with George Nenny, right?
Yeah, it's funny how that came about. It was kind of a last minute thing. Driving Sales had approached us about doing something with Google Analytics 4, and I said, what better person to try to team up with this than the Godfather himself, and George Nenny. And so I reached out to George, asked him if he'd be interested. He's doing some other things during that Monday early, so we had to kind of catch one of the last sessions. But I'm super excited for it, because as anybody comes to our session, I won't spill all the beans, but we've obviously really embraced Google Analytics 4 from the beginning of our software, which we rolled out a couple years ago, and it was great timing that GA4 was available to us. But ultimately, what Google Analytics does, and really even GA4, is it's transparency, right?
Sure,
If you
absolutely,
have
bro.
your own reporting platforms, if you're trying to do everything internally, it's just tougher, because there's no transparency there. Google Analytics is the transparent platform that
Right,
dealerships
absolutely.
use, that businesses use, and so you have to tap into that. If you're not, I mean, again, not to say that people are being malicious and things like that, but you just
Sure.
don't know, right? Vendors that are not using Google Analytics to produce results and things like that, you just have to have a second opinion almost. And so Google Analytics is that non-biased third party, and so we're using it with our software. Obviously, George Nenny, that's his mission is every day he gets up and talks to dealerships about how to implement it, how to use it,
Absolutely.
that type of thing. And I'm blessed. I feel blessed to be on the stage with him. I mean, he's one of the guys that I've always looked up to, and since I've been kind of, in this industry, and since I've met him, and to now share a stage with him, for an hour. Just even today, we had a little jam session this morning, just going over our presentation and kind of talking. And I mean, I learn so much every time I talk to him. So he's
Dude,
done learning sessions for our performance managers.
no kidding.
He's been very active with our company, friend to friend, just kind of just helping us out, because he wants everybody to utilize the technology and all that, and utilize the platform
Right.
to the most effective that you can. And so yeah, it's going to be great. So if you're at Driving Sales, definitely check us out Monday at 4:30. And then Brad is also speaking.
He is, and he's
Yeah,
speaking at 11 a.m. the same day, and
yeah,
I
he's
think
got
that's gonna
him.
be pretty awesome.
Yeah, and it's him and Brian Armstrong.
Yeah, we had him on the show. He's a
Yeah, we
stud.
did. We did. And, Brad actually kind of coined this phrase with our company, but now it's a title of a session. But, we always set our salespeople up for success
Mhm.
digitally, right? We have all of our inventory online. We have, descriptions, and, we're doing things to really help our sales team be effective, and that type of thing. But we never look at it from a service side. And so obviously that's what our company does. But I think what's going to be great about Brad and Brian is they both are past best idea winners
Yes.
in Driving Sales. And so to get both of them on the stage and let them collaborate, definitely another one that I would not miss.
I agree. That's going to be an amazing because I mean, if you guys watched the show when we had Mr. Armstrong on, you all saw that he has charisma. He's very intelligent. He's all about this industry. He's about making a difference. And man, does he have some stuff that he can really spill out that he can fill your cups up with, my friends. And I'm excited about that. So it's a dynamic day for that. So you got Brad, of course, right, speaking at
Yep.
11, and then at 4:30 you can finish the day and come check out Owen Moon speak with my man George Nenny. And he's so right. George is established not just in knowledge, but he's written books for you to be able to go out and get educated, and you get to come see him for free. You almost need to get a signature, my friends. I'm just saying, like, that's how amazing George really is. I've had the pleasure to have him on a show. We did a little quick spotlight with him one time, and I remember he did the forgive, focus, fly, and he felt like he did it wrong. So he always wants to get another try. So I'm going to try to sneak him on and get him
back on here.
So
well, maybe we get him on a Fix House Friday and we can talk a little about GA4. I mean, that might be, I think
that's a great idea. You know, we do have a great guest coming later this month. It's Kaylee Filio. So I'm excited to have her on the show. Pumped up about that one, folks. Get ready for that show. That's going to be a couple Fridays from now. So just be looking for that. We're going to have a great show that day. Kaylee is the parts girl, and she is kicking butt in the world, and she's just really exploded with her business, with herself, and just her knowledge that she's been able to learn and also share with others. So I'm excited to have her on the show too. But
I think what's great about Kaylee is that, you know, in this industry, since there's so much going on, right? So many vendors, so many things, you always want to be known for something. You know, the nice thing about Fix Ops Digital is that when someone says, who should I talk to about online service marketing? People are always like, call Owen, call Brad, call Fix Ops Digital.
Sure.
I think when people say who to talk to about parts, right away it's Kaylee. And so, you know, to be the sort of the face of that part of the business, you know, obviously she's done a great job, and you know, I think she's definitely coming into that role. You know, I mean, obviously, you know, she said she just spoke at her first conference earlier. I think it was later last month, you know, sometime in September. And, you know, she's definitely blazing that trail for herself and for that company. So
I agree. She's doing a phenomenal job. I'm proud of her. You know, I consider her a friend. I've had her on the show before too. Did a little spotlight with her. Phenomenal young lady, and really blossoming. Didn't even realize how talented she was. She's starting to realize that now. And I think she's building the confidence by putting the work in. You know, I think much like you put work in to get to where you're at today. You've pulled from mentors. Now you're mentoring others. You're able to show you're doing Fixed Ops Fridays with me. Your business is growing. Your business in general, the people, the staff's been getting bigger, and you've been able to promote from within and show people that, hey, look, you come stay with me, you get to be part of something massive here, right? And I absolutely love that about what's going on. That's why it's important for you guys not just to stick around for Driving Sales Executive Summit, because that's going to be a phenomenal time. But right afterwards, there's Digital Dealer, literally the day after, from the 11th, 12th, and the 13th, right? And during that time, you guys have a booth. I'm excited to go to that booth. You guys need to come check it out, because they are giving away a free bump box. It's at booth 623, my friends. Check it out. I love that graphic, by the way. That's pretty awesome. Brings me back to like breakdancing right now. I know Lou would be digging this if he was on the show today.
It's funny, when we decided to do this, I actually bought one and sent it to my house, and so I've been using it all summer. So they're pretty cool. They're Bluetooth. They you know, the speaker's not like it's not as good as a JBL or a Bose, you know, because it's a boombox. You know what I mean? It's still, but it's solid. And you know what we thought was they could bring, you know, whoever wins it could bring it back to their shop. You know, bring it back to the service shop and let the technicians and all them you know, use it in the shop. So that's kind of what we were thinking. It was, you know, obviously we're a fixed operations company, and you know, we want to appeal to everybody. The other cool thing is we're giving away these new hats. I got a new hat.
I noticed that. I'm a little jealous over here, like wishing I was swagging out with you, bro. That is nice.
Yeah, we've been the hat company since we started, and I actually was like, I don't think we need to do hats this year, and then I kind of was like, okay, never mind, we're gonna rock the hats. So found this cool design. It's kind of a little speckled and our blue, and got the Fixed Ops Digital logo. But hopefully people like them. I think everybody, you know, people stop by and give it a shot. So you know, come by and grab one and shake our hand, and you put yourself in a drawing to win a bump box. And whether you bring it to the shop or bring it home, you know, we're gonna give it away. And we'll probably not give them the one that we have there. We'll just ship them one. But we custom it out with some of our Fixed Ops Digital stickers and stuff. So it's a custom, one of a kind deal. So you're not going to get another one. But
check it out, guys. There it is. Make sure you guys reach out, get to their booth 623. They're going to be there from the 11th through the 13th. That's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Not to mention, both of y'all are going to be speaking at this event also. And here, check it out, my friends. Look at that. Look what's happening. I love it. At 10 a.m. on the 12th, Owen Moon is going to be up on the stage, killing it, talking about connectivity powers online service marketing. I love that, man. I know you're excited. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, there's that word again, connectivity.
Yeah.
Unlike sales, and this is something that's very interesting, right? So, and I hear this all the time. So it's not like I'm not telling our audience what they don't already know, but there's times when you go to the website, you go to cars.com, you go to Car Gurus, and you might have 3 different prices showing up on a vehicle, right? Because it's all feed driven. Well, it's a little easier to overcome that on the sales side, right? The problem on the service side is that when there is fragmentation and there's pricing discrepancies and things like that, all trust and well, trust is probably the biggest word, confidence, probably trust and confidence in the dealership go right out the window. And so what we've done, and we're constantly evolving this, we're not done, but by any means, but we've got a great start, is that we want to have everything connected through our software. So as people are, pushing Facebook ads, because we know that organic Facebook posts don't really get any traffic, right? Facebook says less than 5% of your audience. So if you have 100 people that have liked your Facebook page, you might have 5 people that see your organic post, right? They did that when they started pushing out ads. They want you to spend money. But the nice thing is if you do promote and you push out your ads to the market, you're going to get more audience. You're going to get more people that don't like your Facebook page to see your ads. Well, if you have a $39.95 oil change offer on your Facebook, they go to your website and they see $49.95, and then they go to the scheduler and they see $59.95. Then you wonder why we have a disconnect, right? Why customers are defecting and going to the independents. Well, It's because they don't trust the numbers. They're like, hey, I don't trust that. So what we've done is we've sort of kind of synergized everything. So if we make a change in our software, it's going to be pushing out to different places. And so it's just the start, but we're seeing the results. We're seeing the we're seeing it really play out for our dealers, and we're super excited to kind of talk about that. Not only from my presentation, Digital Dealer wanted me to do something on social marketing for service. So of course, this tied right into what we already were doing, but this is also something that we'll be talking with dealerships a lot at our booth. So.
That's pumped up, man. That gets me excited. Come by, get a hat, do all that stuff, my friends. I'm telling you one more time, I'm going to show you guys this. Booth 623. Jordan, it's getting ready to be 2023, folks. Get ready for it because it's going to be the year of greatness, right? That's how I keep thinking. So 623, come check them out. Get some more education on it. Reach out to them. You could even do a demo before. But here's the thing. I'm going to tell you guys this, and this is what I love the most about going to their booth for whether you're a vendor or especially if you're a dealer, is that you can come there, and if you want to pitch, they'll pitch you. If not, they'll set an appointment to do one later. Because we understand and they understand that there is a pace that you go through. You're there for certain information. Come meet them, though. Come get the swag so you remember them, because I can promise you, if you go shake hands with Owen, you'll feel like your family. He'll educate you. He'll never push you into anything. He just wants to help. That's the same thing with anybody on his whole sales staff, to include Brad and so on, right? And they do such a great job. I think that's the reason why you guys grow so much, because it's not about force feeding people anything. It's about saying, hey, you want some help? I'll do it at your pace. Let's get it right. I'll educate you, show you what we can do. And if it works, great. We'll shake hands, make business. If not, we'll shake hands and we'll leave as friends. No big deal. And
we've got packages. I mean, our initial package starts, just under $400 a month. So
guys, gals,
listen
to that.
For how much money that a service department pulls in every month or every year, month, year, annually, it's a no-brainer to at least invest in your service marketing to be more online. And, that's something that we are definitely pumped about. The next session, though, and I'll talk a little bit about Brad's, because this one's kind of unique, is it's called The Marriage Between Sales and Service BDC. So, obviously you see Brad on there. That's obviously a image that our team had put out on our Facebook. But what's really unique about this one is that Brad's wife is actually joining him on this, because Courtney is a BDC director at a dealership. And, of course, she's working inside the trenches every day. And so, what they're going to talk about is, kind of that relationship, because a lot of stores are now starting to start service BDCs.
Absolutely.
And there is a little bit of friction. There's that new, kind of involvement that you have to deal with and say, hey, how do we work this together? Is there a best way to do it? Is that, what's the actual cadence that you need there. And
That's
not
true.
only will I hope they give a lot of great information, but I have a feeling that they're going to make it a lot of fun because
You already
first
know.
off, they have a blast anyways. I mean, I think if anybody knows them, knows their relationship is just kind of back and forth, banter. And Courtney will tell me like, hey, can you send Brad on the road? I'm getting sick of him, stuff like that. It's just in good fun. But they have a great relationship, and I think it'll come across real natural on their on their session. So
There's no doubt. The Brad is one of the best presenters you'll ever meet. He's so unsuspecting too. You would never guess it. Watch him walk down the hallway. You'll never guess that he's one of the best speakers in the room. And when he gets up there, he's very creative. I mean, that's why he's won so many awards when it comes to best idea, sales pitches, like a Shark Tank style type. I mean, do they go through it? And I tell you, he always comes up as the victor. And that's a blessing to have people like that on your staff. But he also honors you that way because I know that you are just the same. That's why you guys work so well together. But yeah, Brad and Courtney, they're going to crush it, folks. Go check them out. I get to hang out with them sometimes, and I love it. Courtney is definitely quick-witted. She is in the industry, and she's meant to be in this industry. She knows what's going on. Brad's the same way. I don't think them two could be with anybody that wasn't that way. That's just who they are.
Keep each other in check. Well, especially her keeping him in check. Someone has to.
Brad's known to keep everybody in check all the time, and I love that about Brad. So that being said, shout out to you, Brad. We miss you, brother. But this is the A team. Just saying. So anyway. So we got that going on. There's a lot of great things. Lou and I have a booth also. So Lou and I, I'm just going to touch on this really quick. We're at this booth right here. You guys see that one? We're right that purple. That is 933 as you're walking in right before you get into the stage. I'm excited to be there. Come check it out. We're going to be interviewing a lot of great people like Owen Moon. Owen Moon's going to be getting interviewed on the second day, which is the 12th. And we're going to have him on there soon after he speaks. So it's going to be a great time for you guys to come check it out. I'm excited to have him on there. It's going to be a lot of great information. We're going to talk about what's going on, but make sure you guys come by and check us out. We're going to have swag. We're going to have great guests. We're stacked deep. It's like I put that little board out and it filled up in an hour, I think maybe hour and a half, maybe. And it was filled to the brim. So nice. Very blessed, very excited about that. But I'm super excited to feature you and so many others. And it's going to be a great one. So come check that out. Lou and I are going to be there. We're also going to be at the driving sales event. We're going to be there doing our podcast there, but we left that as open because the schedule's so unique that there's only so much time. And I just want to grab people who are available because I understand that people get into conversations after talking. So whoever I can grab, if you're there and you want to get interviewed, come see me. We're going to be right outside in the little hallway. You'll see us. You can't miss us. We're going to be loud and proud, trust and believe. But come check us out. And then, of course, we're going to be speaking. And Lou and I, we're very lucky. We have some great guests, as you can see right here. On the 13th, this is the last day. So we kind of got not the best timing, but it's a great time to be able to close out and get some education. We're going to have three amazing people with us. We're going to have John Paul Guidry, Ashley Church, and of course, Loeb Burke. Loeb Burke is the general manager of the dealership down in Victoria, Texas for Alex Flores. Beautiful Bravo, Honda, and Nissan right there. Of course, you got Ashley Church. She's a 40 under 40 with Automotive News, and she's amazing too. And she is going to be coming there to speak. Volkswagen of Marion general manager. And then we got Jean-Paul Guidry, who is a independent dealer out of Southern Louisiana, wants to be the biggest dealer. He's grown 10 times his beginnings. So he's amazing, great knowledge, great diversity. And we're talking about unveiling the power of diverse unity. It's just being able to find different minds, different people, and just knowing that it doesn't matter where you come from. If you go in and you put the work in, you could become something amazing in this industry. So we're excited about that. We invite all dealers and anybody who wants to speak. It's an open session. It's an exchange session. It's at 10:30 a.m. and then one at 11:30. So come holler at us for that. That'll be fun.
Yeah, what I'll say about your session, and obviously everything you guys stand for is, all about inclusion and all that. And, in 22 years of being in this industry, the one thing I can say is that this is the one industry that rewards you for hard work more than anything. Because if you put the work in, you put the time in, and, you do the right things, there's a lot of opportunity. I mean, especially now. I mean, I see LinkedIn, there's so many jobs, so many positions that are available that if you're just willing to put the work in and I would say be coachable, right? You got to be coachable. Coming from a sports background, being a coach for youth athletics, my whole life, there were certain kids that you just knew were coachable, and then there's certain ones that you weren't. And I always took it on myself to take the ones that weren't coachable and try to transform them, so that, after I'm done with them and they move on to the next coach, they understood what was needed to be successful. And I think it's, it carries you all the way through. I had a just funny story. I had a kid reach out to me. He's a sophomore in college, and
Wow.
I was his baseball coach for 4 years. And I'll tell you what, he gave me probably the best message I've ever gotten about just teaching him all about things, growing up. And now he's 20 years old and he's carrying it into his life. You know what I mean? And so, hopefully that, if you get into the industry early, you have those mentors, that can help carry you into the rest of your career. And, so, because a lot of times you don't see the in-betweeners, right? You see rookies and then you see veterans. That in-betweeners, kind of that tough spot. It's people got to get through that first few years and then really get themselves into the industry. And I think, I think there's so many good people out there now. And obviously with the technology the way it is, you can get education anywhere. Back when I was first getting in this industry, and you probably too, Fred, there wasn't a lot available. You'd have to go to a seminar, or you'd have to have somebody come to your dealership. But man, you can get on YouTube, you can get on these types of shows and just learn on the fly. So
That's it, man. So much education for us now. I was joking the other day about how we would go look up information in an encyclopedia that was 10 years old, right? Like I've had this, but that was how we got our information about animals, about this
just
country.
everything.
Yeah, it was so crazy. But now, the touch of a button, you can have everything you need. You can watch videos. You can get educated by people that you love. You literally do anything. Like my wife's Range Rover, for example, her hood latch, it just was saying that it was open and it was never open. You can't lock a Range Rover because it's an open door, right? It keeps beep, 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 like son of a buck. So I looked up a video really quick. Instead of going out and taking it to the thing, it's just that where the button is, it was getting pushed down. So I had to go in there and just push it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And now it's hitting the latch and doesn't do it anymore.
Now it
So I
works.
saved myself the time of setting the appointment, going there, all because I watched a video. So shout out to YouTube. Let's go.
Yeah, and the only downside of that obviously is now everybody is a critic or everybody's an expert, right? So the only thing I say is be careful on who going on different podcasts and things like that. I mean, is there value there, that type of thing? But at the end of the day, that everyone's got to kind of figure all that out for themselves. But I always believe that if I go on a podcast, it's going to be somebody that lifts me up. You know what I mean? And
boom, absolutely, bro.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna need that because I want to have that energy. I put out what I want, so I'm gonna put out positive. I need it back, and then once I get it, I can put it out again. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
But folks, man, what a great show this was today, man. I want to just really quick recap all the speaking engagements so you guys don't forget. Because if you're gonna be there, this is the ones to go see, and I promise you won't regret it. Of course, let's start with Brad speaking. He's starting on the 10th. All right, on the 10th at 11 a.m. He's going to be speaking. Of course, he's going to be having a great time. You guys cannot miss this one. I promise you, both speakers are phenomenal. And then we got Owen Moon speaking at 4:30, same day. Folks, him and George Nenny are going to crush it. Bring a notebook that's empty, be ready to fill it up because you're going to have so much stuff that you're going to want to be able to bring back to your stores, to your businesses, to be able to help grow, to your clients. If you're out there, it'll help you even get better. So even if you're in the same business that he does, come there, get educated, my friends. I promise you'll really enjoy it. And then, of course, they're going to be at Digital Dealer, and they both are speaking some amazing things. Online service marketing, connectivity. Remember that word, my friends. Online service marketing is huge. I want you guys to hear that too, but connectivity is the word of the week. Connectivity powers online service marketing. And then, of course, we got Brad Pascal, and him and his wife are going to be doing some amazing things. So come check them out. That's at 10:30 on the 13th. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I want you guys to really get some value out of that. Please come check them out. But most importantly, come see them at the booth. Come meet them. It's 623. They're going to be right there. It's right in the center of the place. Just come check them out. You can't miss it. They're going to this color scheme you see. Yeah, that's it. They're the only ones that look like that look that proud about that, I should say, right? I've seen people accent it since you guys have used it, but it's beautiful. Check it out. I love it.
Well, and I'd say this. There's no doubt. I mean, look, the digital family that's going to show up to Digital Dealer is your digital marketing teams, things like that. I mean, look, I guarantee you they've either having conversations with their OEMs, they're having conversations internally, and it's all about service marketing. So why go out to Digital Dealer and then just ignore it, right? Because it's just really easy to go get into the flow and be like, oh, these guys do CRM and these guys do chat and these guys do, digital marketing. don't forget about the fixed operations, because
That's
fixed
right.
operations is definitely a place where most dealerships are still not doing enough, and we can make it really easy for you. So we'd love to talk to anybody. Obviously, be safe getting out there, and look forward to I would say get out of your comfort zone for 3 days and just network and enjoy the time. But come with a purpose, and check off different booths you want to do, and definitely put Fixed Ops Digital 623 on your list. We'd love to see you, and
Right.
get to know you. So
That's right, my friends. And I appreciate that, man. I'm excited to come check you guys at the booth, get some pictures. You know me and my selfie game. Got to get my selfies with my team. We actually got to get a new picture of all of us together for our Fix Ops Friday
without
show.
Brad peeping over the top.
I love that picture though. I don't know if I
It was
want to
good.
replace it because it is that cool, right? So that's exactly the vibe of what we are, right? And I love that. So, but anyway, that being said, folks, I'm at 933. Come check us out at that booth. I'm also going to be at the Women in Automotive events. I don't know if you're going to be able to make it Saturday night, Owen. I didn't have a chance to ask you about that yet. But Saturday night, if you're there, they're having an event. It's at Cabo Wabo. It starts at 7. I believe it's 7 to 9. They're just doing a little like a welcome, like, hey, Women in Automotive, because they're kicking off the DSES that morning from 9 to noon. So it's
Cool.
going to be a pretty fun event. I'm excited to be there to represent some WIA peoples. I love them ladies. I love the whole group. There's men involved there too, my friends. So don't think because you're a man you shouldn't be there. You should actually. There's a lot of men that support this cause. So let's go out and be part of that, my friends. We'll see you guys there. Las Vegas, Nevada, starting on the 8th. I'm excited because I'm gonna be there doing the party that night, and then on the 9th and the 10th, folks, DSES, of course, 11th, 10th, 12th. You got the digital dealer. This is the best week to go. I promise you, you will leave there so educated and so encouraged about the business that your mind will just explode. Come meet Owen Moon. I promise you, this dude is way bigger than you think. He's tall as hell. I'm telling you. And when he hugs you, it's like, whoop. He's a big guy. So come on, have some fun. Come check him out. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. 623 Jordan. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, 23 is my number too. Yeah, I'll tell you, Fred, about all the weird 23 things that have happened in my life for the number 23, and being an MJ fan my whole life. That's
Dude, it just works out that way. It is.
Yeah.
My number is 79.
Okay.
It's a wild. It's 97, 79. I was born in 79, graduated in 97. XX.
Okay.
There's so many things that it mixes with.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, that being said, folks, find your 2 lucky numbers. Be in Vegas. Roll them, boys. Go have some fun.
Put them on red. Put them on red.
Put them on red, my friends. All right, bro. Well, peace out. Before we get out of here, we got to forgive, focus, fly. We'll get out of here, guys and gals, and we'll go enjoy our weekend. We'll see you guys in Las Vegas. Be checking it out. Forgive, focus, on the count of 3, brother. Ready?
All right. Here we go.
1, 2, 3. Forgive, focus, fly, and keep growing. Hey, y'all, be good, be blessed. We'll see you guys soon. Any last words before we go?
Thanks, everybody. Appreciate your support. Appreciate everything, and let's see you in Las Vegas.
All right, y'all be blessed. See you.